ในมือนี้พวกเฮาได้รับพรให้นำเสนอการโทรซุ่มที่มีความเข้าใจ
มาเบิ่งแป๊บหนึ่งยังอาณาจักรห่างจิตวิญญาณใหม่ของทิมโคตูตอนที่1ของ4ตอนในรายการระหว่างอาจารย์และลูกศิษย์ให้ไว้เป็นภาษาอังกฤษในวันที่24มกราคมคศ2019
Master, this is so amazing. We originally had thought that none of us could go past the 5th level.
Yeah.
So now that this is even near Iasku above the 11th, how is this possible? Do we have to go through some sort of cleansing process?
Yeah, of course. At the 5th level, we will take care of all that so that you can go up. Okay?
Wow, thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
How long, how much cleansing depends on how you live your life in this physical dimension. The worthy one, the really selfless and sacrificial spirit go very fast, like my sister. It takes even within 1 week plus.
Wow.
From the 4th, and then the 5th, and then up over there. Okay?
Yes, Master.
Master, how do we get so lucky out of all the souls, all the beings here? We just wonder, why are we so lucky to be there?
Your master is strong.
Okay, thank you.
Originally, because most of the people that are initiated into the Guanyin method, they are too heavy. I even thought maybe 5th level would be the most already. Understand?
Yes, I understand.
Too heavy. Yeah. But now I have found a way, so even the heavy one, if they're sincere and practice well, still can bring them up.
Wow.
I'm also very happy about this new development. Yeah. Even my parents, it takes many years until they can go up to the new land. Okay, recently.
Oh, wow.
Master, is it possible to describe a little bit this new land with physical words?
Oh, no. Oh, no, I cannot. Okay. The closest you could understand, maybe if you read the sutra called Amitabha Sutra.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. It describes the place that the Amitabha Buddha created for his followers and believers. But that is not beyond the 5th, okay?
Yes. I understand.
Yeah. It is between the 4th and the 5th. So the people who don't really have a lot of merit or don't meditate at all, don't know anything else, they can just be rescued by him. If they believe in him and recite his name, that is according to Sakyamuni Buddha, okay?
Yes,
Master.
And it can be so, yes. And they'll be also liberated, even though they are not at the 5th level or not beyond the 5th. That's good, very good already. Yeah, the soul is liberated, never suffers again, never have to bear the pain of birth, old age, sickness, and death. Even you think being born is a lucky event. No, the baby suffers a lot.
Yes, Master.
Even scientifically speaking, they know the baby comes out, the skin at the moment is no longer protected by the mother's warm liquid inside. He was swimming inside and protected all for 9 months plus, and he came out, and all the radicals outside in the air, they attack him, attack the body of the baby, and it's very painful, like needles pinching him or her. It's very painful to be born. First of all, you have to squeeze through the cervix, right?
Yes.
Cervix, do you know where they have to come out?
Yes.
From the mother womb is very painful already. Squeezing the body is like pliers. They're plying your body and come out, and then all the radicals and the bacteria stuff in the air, they attack him. So if the baby is breastfed by the mother, then he or she will continue to have more protection because that's the element that he's used to since he's inside his mother. The connection, the immune system from the mother through her milk. The babies who are breastfed have more protection, okay, than the baby who's fed by, for example, cow milk or other milk. But nowadays, I think they say they have made some milk which very much resembles the qualities of your mother's milk. That's what I read. I saw somewhere they advertised on TV in Europe when I was in Europe. So maybe the babies nowadays are more protected, and infant mortality is lower, much reduced compared to long time ago, compared to many decades or hundreds of years ago. And that's why our population on the planet is blooming. Yeah, in some countries, yeah. But in some countries, the younger people nowadays, they are too busy with the high tech and new lifestyle, and they say not all of them want to have babies. So in some countries, they're only older generations getting older, and the younger generations become dwindle. Not so many babies are born, and the new generation kind of dwindle a little bit.
Yes.
And the government are trying very hard to encourage young couples to have babies by giving them more subsidies and encouraging them, giving them financial support and other incentives so that they are more encouraged to have children and that they don't feel too overburdened financially. Because some young couple, they also have problem with financial situations. If they are young, just come out from college, then they have to work to find a job first and then earn the money, and some have to pay back the loan, student loan, which sometimes takes a very long time. And then they have to rent or buy houses, which are very expensive in some countries. Like, for example, in Japan, one of the several most expensive countries in the world. I can't remember much, but I think Japan and then London, Paris, and what else I forgot. Yeah. And if you go to Japan and in Tokyo, for example, you will see houses are small. Many houses they make on top of the roof of some building is small, just like a storeroom, maybe as big as my cave or a little bigger. And in most of the Japanese young couple, they cannot afford to buy any house because very expensive. And even if they can, then the house very small, and they have to really make do of whatever space they have. Like the staircase, they use it for whatever, maybe shoes or maybe books or maybe other items. And the room they have that is used for living room, there are sofas, but then in the nighttime they put tatami to sleep. So one room can be used for many things, can make do for many use. It's not like some like Western countries or America, you have a living room separately, and then you have a kitchen, and then you have your library room or maybe working room, office, stuff like that. In Japan, not everyone can afford like that, unless they're exceptionally rich. Yeah, most people, they just have small houses, and the room is used for different purposes. So actually, if you complain about your office, about your cave, your special villa, bungalow cave, you think twice, okay? Think Japan, all right? But you see, the Japanese, they are very developed, even though they have a small area. Or maybe that is the secret. You don't have to run around all day to look for your things or walking from one room to another just to find your stuff. When I first came out to, not really first, but the first years of my mission, wherever I go, people, due to respect and love, they gave me the hotel room with the presidential suite, was so long, and I always complain. I said, please don't ever do this again. After several times walking, it's very long room. Yeah. It's like a house, but long, and you walk like maybe at least 50 meters to to go to your bedroom, and then another 10 meters to the bathroom and living room and a conference room. Oh, I had enough of that before. Okay.
Master, you were talking about Japan. They're hoping that robots will be enough developed, so they will take care of elders now, since they're having such a problem with the younger generation not having enough children.
Uh-huh.
And then they're accepting more foreign workers too now.
Uh-huh. Good.
Yes.
They should do that. Every country should do that anyway, because according to research we know on our SMTV,
Right.
The motivated migrants are contributing a lot for any country because they're motivated to work.
Yes.
They do anything. They really work hard to earn money, to take care of themselves and their families. They're motivated. They're not born spoiled. They're really motivated. They're really desperate to work. So they really work hard, conscientiously, and they really want to do something to earn the living.
Yes, Master.
So this will be very good workforce for any country. Any smart country would take in migrants and give them citizenship and all that, so their children can also have a good education and then contribute to the country. It's the same like every citizen,
Yes,
you know,
Master.
like native citizens. And then after a while they marry the native, etc., and then become half native and then full native. Well, who cares? The whole world is the global village anyway. The whole world is the home. There are different rooms, the German rooms, the England rooms, the Japanese rooms. Who cares what room? It all belongs to humanity. So if they change rooms and to make it better for that room, then it should be a very, very fortunate thing.
Yes, Master.
I'm glad that Japan will do that. I'm glad. Bravo. Congratulations. Not just Japan, but I think every other country should follow suit. Now Canada is accepting more, 300,000 migrants, etc. For example, you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, tell me.
Usually, astronauts often say that from the space, Earth looks like one big room. Like there is no border, no walls, no limits.
No, of course. In the beginning, there was no border, no room. Our ancestors roam around from one continent to the next. Not to talk about from one country to the next. There were no countries. For example, American continent, there was no one there. Only the Native Americans. They live in tribes together without any trouble, without any borders. They worship the land. They make use of whatever they could from the land and from whatever God had given, and they live well until so-called civilization came, and then everything was different, and then they have borders, and then have wars, and have possessive conflicts and stuff like that. And it's not right.
Yes, Master.
So now I think we should go back to basics. There should not be any border, or at least accept from other side of the borders. If people need to work and we need manpower, then should just accept them.
Yes, Master.
In the old times in China, there was one king who has many concubines, just like every other king in the former life. It's their duty to have many concubines. It's not that they even want it, so that they can have many princes and princesses. Understand what I'm saying?
Master.
And then these princes and princesses can become governors of their country, so that they become like in the family, so everything will operate more smoothly. Number one. Or number two, they can be married into the neighboring country to form a strong alliance. So very, very wise, the Chinese people. That's why they became so big. China's surface is as big as Europe, the whole Europe together. And it could have been bigger even before, or it was smaller and then become bigger, for example, like that. It's because of the wise ruling.
Wow.
The king has many concubines, and he had three main queens, perhaps, but he still have a lot of concubines, and they all were entitled to bear children for the king, and they all will become princes and princesses. And go back to the story. In the old times, there was a king who could not have children, even though he has the queens and many concubines. He did not have any children. So what do? Once in a while, they open a party inside the palace. And then they let the strong, handsome boys from outside the palace, the citizens, secretly smuggle them in to have relationships with those concubines, the queens and all that.
Yes, Master.
And then all the children were born from there become princes and princesses. Yeah, and then they still have the same system as if it's from the king.
I see. Right.
Nobody needs to know. It was all like that. And then so many princes and princesses they have, and of course then they rule the kingdom just like every other king, using the offspring to marry off to other neighboring countries to form a strong, powerful alliance to help each other. Isn't that wise?
Yes.
Not to talk about just to let the immigrants come in to work even. You don't even have to share the wives or concubines even. Just let the hard-working immigrants come in to help develop the country, to strengthen the workforce, and to boost the economy of the country. That would be a very, very wise policy.
Yes, Master. And there's also in Italy, they have the problem of the villages. They kind of see their people going to the big cities. So the small villages kind of are dying. But with the immigrants, they come with their children. So they settled in the small villages with their children. So the school can stay open and the bakery can stay open and the little shops can stay open. So the villages can still live now and can grow and grow and grow.
Wow, that's a very wise governance. Very wise. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Oh, that's very good. Because the workers, they will grow things to eat for themselves. They are happy to have land, to have a house, and they can develop, they can open their own shops and everything, and the tourists will be attracted also to come and have a look.
Yes.
Like special villas, like Iranian villas or Iraqi villas or mixed migrant villas. There should be some attraction there for the tourists as well, not just the workforce, you see? And the produce they grow from this earnest labor of love and diligence will even produce a very, very good agriculture, nutritious food for the whole country and even export. Oh my God, there's no end to economy boosts from the migrants.
Yes, Master.
I don't mind to immigrate to Italy if they give me a small house in the village. If a piece of land, and then we go there safely and we can work for us and grow our own stuff and contribute to the country. Oh my God, the country is getting better and better. Oh my God, thank you for telling me all this. Whatever good news like this, we have to expose it to all the public and the whole world.
Yes, Master.
We have the means to do that. And that's what Supreme Master Television is all about, to let people see excellent examples, excellent governments, excellent people. All this is really very inspiring, exciting, and encouraging. For me also, whenever I'm working on any shows, checking the script for you with these exciting news, oh, I'm so happy for the world. I hope you feel the same.
Yes, we do, Master.
Do you have time to even watch TV, or you just do your show and don't have time?
We don't really have time to watch shows, Master.
You must, okay?
Yes, Master.
Save some time. At least watch the noteworthy news.
Okay, Master.
Okay? It don't take long, okay?
Yes, Master.
Also, it's good for you to know what you are doing, okay?
Yes.
It's good for you to know how much you contribute to the world. It's like a salary. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, it's better than salary. Better than salary for you. You don't care about money, do you?
No.
Because if you do, you wouldn't have come to work together in such a small area in a forest like that and have just a pocket money every month. Yeah. But you're good. You have a place to stay, to protect yourself from the elements. You have anything you want at your fingertip, no? You just write and it comes to you.
Yes, thank you, Master. We're very blessed, Master.
And if you're not well, you go see doctor nearby, or doctor come to you even.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's all free of charge because Master takes care of everything.
Yes.
Like usual. Like everything else, the Master takes care of everything. Oh my God.
Thank you, Master.
You're welcome.